What's up, everybody?
Hi, guys.
What's happening? Welcome to Wow Okay. This is a show where we always talk about our life and daily experience and make you say,
Wow, okay. Cheers.
Me and Ava Ray are looking like a snack, or more like a Christmas snack. She's got on green.
Like Lizzo says, I'm the whole damn meal, okay?
Oh, right now she said, listen, get full up off me.
Yes,
I mean, we got on red and green. We up here looking like a Christmas episode. It didn't happen. Merry motherfucking late Christmas. Okay, today I'm super excited to talk about this because I feel like with this show and everything else that's going on in the world, social media, man. Let's talk about social media because I feel like it's completely changing the world. Everybody is on social media. Everybody's got a goddamn podcast. Everybody is always liking and comparing their life to likes and views. As a matter of fact, Instagram has taken away likes due to the fact that social media is driving people so crazy that likes can't even be a part of anything about it anymore because people are killing themselves.
Although they did it like in a stupid way, they're like, you can still like things and it'll be like, this person and this person and thousands of other liked it. So it's like, you didn't really take away likes and people are still going to find a way to be depressed about that, but whatever.
But what is hilarious to me is I remember, if you want to go all the way back, this will show my age, but I remember when I first started doing social media, everybody in my college, Facebook was something that you could only have if you were in college.
Right.
When I was in college, it was Facebook/edu, which is based off of whatever school you went to. So it started there for me, and then all of my friends eventually migrated out to MySpace. And I remember how, designing your page and how that was all important to you, and it just wasn't as big as things were like it is now. Like at that time, we would design our page, and for my friends, we used it mostly for dating and making friends at other colleges so we would know about other parties and other games and stuff like that. But now we use social media for something so much more now. Not only do we use it for status, people use it for dating, people use it for businesses, people use it for news. I know I do.
It's literally everything.
I don't know
it's
who
like
that
the first thing that you check when you wake up in the morning.
Absolutely.
The last thing you check before you go to bed. Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like you're not dead until TMZ reports it online.
Oh my God, but what if TMZ went down?
That's what I'm saying.
Because when Instagram goes down, the whole world is just stops. Like, hold up, we can't do anything because nobody's gonna see it. Like, I think it was down on Thanksgiving.
Woo,
that's right.
Child.
And I was like, no one really had a Thanksgiving.
I didn't have a Thanksgiving. No plates were shown. Nobody was smiling with a plate. It ain't really Thanksgiving unless it's online. It ain't fair.
It didn't happen unless it's online.
Listen, but my most wow okay moment with social media, because I feel like for us, we've grown up through it. There's a lot of these kids that are having issues now, and the reason that they're taking away likes and stuff, they grew up in a time where we have Instagram and now TikTok. It's getting crazy. But I feel like growing up through it, it's not as a big deal for me Great Sirens.
They're like, oh no, don't talk shit about social media. Yeah. They're coming to get us.
It's never been a big deal for me how it is for most people. I think it didn't become a big deal to me until I became an entertainer. And then that's when social media became so important to me. So my most wow okay moment for me was I started out before stand-up, everybody, as a Viner. I was a Vine kid to the heart. And when I say to the heart, I posted started out 3 times a day. As I got more addicted to it, because you do get addicted to social media, I was 5-6 times a day posting on Vine. Yes, it's 6 seconds. Wow. So you can come up with 6 seconds of stuff all day long. And I was a creator at the time. I was just I wasn't doing stand up yet, but the ideas and stuff that I have that I write for stand up, I was doing back then in 6 seconds. So I was writing stuff all day, pushing. Anyway, I became slightly popular on Vine. I wasn't because there was so many people at the time, and they had hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers. I think I got as high as 8,000 on there. Maybe towards the end of it going down, I got 10,000, and I thought that was big for me. But my wow okay moment was learning how influential it could be. Because when I first started doing it, it was just based off of I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be a comedian. I liked what I was doing. I enjoyed what I was doing. And then I started to meet people through Vine. So we started doing stuff together, and it was the same thing with trends. You remember Run? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. We used to do all kind of crazy stuff like that together. But it got really influential to me, and to a point where people were really paying attention to what I was doing, and I wasn't really clear of what kind of influence I had on people until one day, one of my really close friends that I had met kind of through Vine a little bit, and we did videos together all the time. I'm talking about every trend that was on Vine, him and I did together. We became so close. We became so popular on Vine together. We even started our own show on Periscope.
Oh, really?
We had a show on Periscope. See, I don't want to say his name, but it was a fly ass.
I'm trying to think in my head what the end of the story is going to be. I hope you all guessing at home, okay?
Well, okay. We had came up with this really great
pull out
show.
his penis, start jerking it. Is that what?
No, he was gay, so he didn't want to do that. But we were so close, and because we were pushing out so many videos all the time. Every single day, we were together all to the point where I was engaged. My fiance was like, "You never I gotta sleep with him too." We were together so much from Vine, and we were growing popular. There's a video out there servicing that we did with a spider web that went so viral.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Was hilarious.
That was so off the chain. It went so viral, and we ended up doing a lot more that really had crazy amount of views. But what my wow okay moment was, he stopped being friends with me because I got more popular than him. And it was really, really interesting to me because at that time, I didn't really even look at social media the way that I look at it now. I wasn't even really trying that hard. It was just fun for me. It was something that we both were doing because we were, we liked comedy.
Was he in it for the views?
I don't know, but it was a really weird situation where slowly he stopped hanging out with me. And that was right when Vine was ending. And slowly he stopped really not being cool with me. And it really hurt my feelings. And I ended up reaching out to him being like, yo, you want to do videos for, Instagram started happening.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just blowing me off. And then I ended up hearing from other people that we knew that were influencers was he didn't understand why I was popular. He didn't think I was as funny. He thought that I bought my followers. He was throwing out all kinds of stuff. It was bananas. And it was this is somebody that was right next to me, that was working with me all the time. So we were putting just as amount of same of effort into social media as each other. So why would you assume that I bought followers, or why would you assume that I wasn't funny? Why would you work with me if I wasn't funny? As many years as we did together. It was I learned that day that social media can break up friendships and break up relationships, and people take it seriously. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was, because we're going to get into this in the end, is, do you take it so far if somebody doesn't like something on your page? Do you take it far if you follow someone and someone that doesn't follow you?
I got some stories on that.
If someone doesn't follow you, do you just get upset and be mad at them in real life, or do you take it as just a social media thing? That was the thing that I learned about social media, how serious it was to some people, that you're this is just literally a little game we're playing on our phone, but you're taking it to heart. Now you hate me as a person,
right? Because
I'm in whatever people's eyes, I'm more popular than you. We literally stopped talking for a year over this. Somebody that was with me every single day, all because of social media followers. That's my wow okay moment, because I was damn, I had no clue that a Vine or Instagram would have somebody be ready to kill you.
Oh my God.
I mean, there are people that take that far.
That's true.
We can get into it at the end, but I don't want to take away from your wow okay story. But tell me what's your wow okay story from social media.
So my wow okay moment dates back to MySpace. For those of y'all who don't know, MySpace came before Facebook. Mm-hmm. I remember when Facebook came around too, and I remember that was my senior year of high school, so I couldn't get onto it yet.
Was Facebook after?
Yeah, Facebook was after.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so MySpace, I remember all that. You would put music on your profile. Mm-hmm. You'd have your top 8 friends. You get to pick them, and it's a huge thing of that. So it's funny because my story is like a less of a work story. Because to just let y'all know, I'm not really. This is gonna be an interesting talk because she's really into social media. I'm very much not. So we're gonna see 2 sides of it. It's gonna be quite interesting. But yeah, so back then I was really into MySpace or whatever because it was high school. You were all your friends and everything like that. And I had this best friend named Amanda. I know she's not watching this, so I don't really care. And she was shysty. And this is funny. This was when I was coming in at the time, everyone's very intuitive. You can feel when someone's talking about you, but usually you push it to the back of your mind.
Listen, say that again.
You can always feel when somebody's talking about
trash.
You. Don't ignore that. If you feel it in your gut,
if you feel it in your gut, whoop that. No. Sometimes that's true. That's very true.
Right. This is when I really when I really learned it. So it was sophomore year of high school. me and her were on the soccer team together with a couple of the friends, and there was a guy that I had a crush on, and she knew I had a crush on him. And there was weird energy around like leaving school at this time or whatever. So I was leaving class and I could see her in the parking lot with other friends from the soccer team and the guy that I had a crush on. And she was talking to him. And I was walking over to them just like, I got this.
Not like when nobody be trying to talk to her. Crush.
No,
she got a video on her page right now. Y'all can go watch it on her Instagram. She will cut you. If you talking to her crush, you better have some answers.
You talked to him. Okay.
You better have some answers, bitch. What was going on?
You better move to Mexico. So I was walking over there and I could just it was far away, but I could feel the energy. I don't know if she saw me walking over, but it looked like she could see me from that far away. And she looked back at the guy and started talking, and they started laughing, and I was like, those bitches are talking about me. I know they are. And anyway, they like got in their car and then I like called her to see, if she pick up, I watched her look at it and then silence it. And then they got in the car and left, and I was like, oh, this bitch was talking shit. I know someone went down. This is some fucked up shit. So anyway, that was Friday night, or the Friday day when we were leaving school. And so I think I tried to call her and she never picked up. So I, of course, was quite heated because I knew something was going on, even though I didn't actually know. So, and I'm not a patient person. Unfortunately, I'm working on it. Okay, growth. Everyone needs some growth somewhere.
She admits it.
I mean it. So I decided to hit her up on MySpace.
Not a MySpace fight.
To see. It was a MySpace.
So you outside of the club and you think of my phone. You went in the Twitter fingers.
This is the only time
MySpace fingers.
MySpace fingers.
Getting crushed.
This was the only time that I've ever I was young. I was like 15, but like this is the only time I've ever put anyone's information out on blast that. Well, okay, so I hit her up on like not even
so A was wild okay moment is she?
Yeah, I went ham on this bitch, but she went ham on me too. So it's not like I was just me.
Who started it?
I asked her not through messages, but on like her page. Hey, like what's going on? And she was like, you know what? I'm just done with you. Yada yada yada. Again, we had never had a fight, so I had no idea.
I feel like we gotta hear a real story, bitch. Who kicked it off? Because you was across the room and you was like, they talking. He was like, I know it's some bullshit.
Right.
And you was like, wait till I get to the crib in front of the computer.
No, okay, I told you. I tried to call her first, but she wasn't picking up the phone.
Okay.
So I tried to just talk with me and her, but she wasn't having it. So I was like, fine, then I'm just going to try to, because in your brain, in teenage brain, you have MySpace makes sense, or like Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So that's how I was confronting her because I wasn't patient. I was going to wait till Monday. And, but I started off chill. I was like, what is going on? And now, mind you, this is on like all the pages for everyone to see. And she was just like, I'm done with you, yada, yada. Me and the other girls were talking about, and like, I had never had a fight with her. I have no idea why this all went down. Like maybe she was jealous, maybe she was whatever. I have no idea because I'm not someone who, I don't like confrontation in that way. Like I will come kick your ass if I need to, but for the rest of the part, I'll just like let it go. It's just like whatever.
I didn't know that was coming. But I will come kick your ass.
If I need to, I got to take some up first.
She will pull up on you. You know what's funny?
You see me pull a knife out of my purse before and cut down that tree. We were walking down.
That's the difference between me and you. See, I got that bougie girl version. You want to fight me, bitch? I'll send you where I'm at. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna drive over him.
No, I'm not gonna drive over. Anyway, this story's getting all twisted. Anyway, so we're talking about scenarios that have never happened. I'll tell you about the one that did.
Pull up on me.
I was like, so what was going on? And she was like, I'm done with you, yada yada yada. So she kicked off the fight, and I was like, oh, you want to go? Let's fucking go, bitch. And so I was like, well, you fucked yo and so and sucked his dick while you were sucking his dick, and
what?
And I like put this all on blast, and then she was like, yeah, well, me.
Ava Ray got white girl problems.
I do.
This sound like white girl fights. You sucked his dick. See?
Well, no. I was just calling her out for being well, I don't even say slut, but basically back then it was like being a whore, but I don't consider anyone really being a whore. You do what you want to do, whatever.
But I was days is being a whore.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's you just trying to be a good Samaritan.
You just
trying to keep that family together. Go on. She's doing your job.
Oh my god, yes. Anyway, so yeah, back then I was like, yeah, well, fucking, at least I'm not out here fucking like two guys, because of 15 threesomes, whatever. And all this stuff bullshit. She was having
college?
No, this was high school. Sophomore year high school. She was having threesomes.
I don't even know what
she had a baby by senior year, so that's all I'm saying. Anyway, we went back and forth, and I was calling out her stuff, and she was like, well, me and someone so-and-so think you ain't a slut until you're getting in both holes at the same time. And I was like, bitch, you 2 steps there already. Like don't even. And so anyway, so we had this whole
How old were y'all?
15.
Okay.
Anyway, so
in other words, this bullshit on the internet ain't just started with Instagram. It's been going down.
It's been going down since the internet was invented.
I ain't never heard no shit like that. I thought y'all was grown, by the way. You was talking. It ain't, wait a minute, what was that quote? You're not a hoe until it's in both holes.
Yeah, at the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I don't.
And I was like, well, you hop, skip, and jump away, so.
Wow, okay, then a motherfucker, because this ain't even a regular MySpace conversation. Did she type that?
We were all like, you're just like getting heated on the computer.
Did she take her hands and put I ain't a hoe unless it's in both holes with her typing hands?
And on the internet for everybody to see.
Oh, wait, this was.
Yes.
Comments under you did?
I don't know. I know y'all
are comments.
Yeah, this was definitely, she did not pay attention to this. So this was all like under comments. Everybody was watching this. So like all like.
Because I forget how MySpace went. Did it have private messaging?
They had private messaging. Oh, wow. Actually, that reminds me. It's funny. I didn't think I actually had social media moments, but now I do. So like that whole thing went down. The best part about it was no one deleted it. So like it was up there forever. We were just like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But moving on from that, actually on MySpace, we would always take pictures like in booty shorts, like, popping it or whatever, like predating, the ones that they have now on Instagram, which would look a lot better. But, we did this back in the day, not knowing what we were doing. And old creepy dudes would hit me up on MySpace and ask, they would try to fly me out to be a model when it was really porn shit. Now I was 15.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even have titties. I didn't have an ass. I mean, I still don't have an ass, but I
don't give no fuck as long as you got both holes and are available. This is never going to end for me. Listen, I remember
I had that happen to me too. They were trying to fly me out to Chicago from like a booty picture.
See, I was never dingy. But
I didn't go.
Even when people would send me that, it was just weird. I had a few friends that were like almost falling for that. But it's so funny to me because now when I hear these stories about kids now, with how social media is, you think this is crazy. I can't believe it.
Right, but it happened to us. It did.
I forgot all about.
Right, but back then, and you know what the difference was? Back then, it was always like your parents don't talk to anyone you don't know on the internet. Don't talk to anyone you don't know on the internet.
You think they're not saying that now?
Hell no. You meet your new boyfriend on Tinder. You meet your new boyfriend on Grindr, fucking Bumble.
You fuck around and swipe past your daddy.
Right.
And be like, Dad, what you doing here? Like, don't tell your mama. That's 2020 life. Like, you be like, one of your friends like, bitch, I saw your daddy on motherfucking
your friend be like, I saw him too. We matched. Hey, like what?
What movie did we just see where some daddy was?
What was it called? Laundromat. That was funny.
Was just paying for his daughter's college roommate's new apartment in New York. Okay. And tell myself, don't tell the mama. Or I'll give you $20,000. I was like, ooh, this is how they live in that.
Yeah, except for that it ended up being like $43. I got to ruin the movie.
You know what? It's always a setup.
It's always a setup. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, back then it was definitely like, don't talk to anyone you don't know on the people still did, but like it was basically everyone kept saying like, if you don't know them, you don't talk to them. So we had a little bit more of that going on back then, but now for sure everyone talks through it. So of course,
I didn't even think of this. Oh no.
Yeah.
Because I do remember, like, creepy older men would be.
Yeah.
I was, you know what? Maybe I was kind of dumb. What am I saying? I had a old sugar daddy.
The truth come out right now.
I just was telling you this, like, literally a couple days ago. Remember when I was like, oh my God, my old sugar daddy hit me up and I got to change my number.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, that was funny as hell.
I was like, when I was in college, this was old dude.
He's like 70 now. No.
he old now. The picture he sent me, I was like, oh. Because I'm not. And then I was thinking, like, I wrote back to him. I was like, yeah, I'm about to change my number. I was like, JK, because I didn't want to be an ass. But I was like, it's been years. Why would you?
Yeah, why would you? Like, I thought you were dead. Don't hit me up.
He sent me a picture of him that looked like he a realtor or some shit. He was wearing a weird suit coat and he was old. And he looked like he definitely somebody.
Bitch, he was old when you met him. You just trying to act like you don't remember like that.
He was old. I remember when we was kids, he was 40. So my friends would be like,
she did not meet him on social media either, so this is in real life.
I don't remember how I met him, honestly. It might have been some MySpacey. I don't. I couldn't even tell you how I met him. Either way, he sent great gifts. Moving on.
So that was my Wow Okay moment. That was just a random tidbit of Fatima.
Yikes! So both of our Wow Okay moments are very similar, though. It's like people not being friends.
Mine didn't happen because of social media, but it got ended because of social media. Yeah, it's true.
Well, y'all was turned up on the you did.
That was the last, that was the one and only, and hopefully the last any kind of altercation I had on the internet in front of other people. Like, of course, yeah, if you want to have them, like, messages or whatever.
Have you ever went off on somebody in their DMs and being like, bitch, I'll fuck you up? Mm-mm. No? Too bad.
Like I said, she's talking about I'm the aggressive one over here. All right.
I think I hit somebody up once or twice on Smo. Listen, I've gone through anger management now, so things are different. But I've had people do it to me too. I've had people hit me up. Like, for example, I'll give you another wild okay moment. As you guys know, I do Moesha and the Millennium on my Instagram, and I do it every Monday when I'm available, because now my schedule is getting really crazy, so it hasn't really been able for me to stick to it. But I send out a blast messaging on Instagram telling you that there's a new post, because that's what you're supposed to do. And Instagram is a place where you promote what you're posting if you're an entertainer. And I have had people be very upset about it. I've had people go off on me. Like, you would have thought I sent them a picture of a dead animal or a picture of something going on with their mama or something. I've had people go off on me for me sending, like, it'd be real regular. I'd be like, good morning.
Right.
New post. Like and comment. Really appreciate the support. Happy Monday. Motherfuckers right back like, if you send it to me again, I'm going to kill you and your family. You'd be like, what? Like, all you got to do is not open it. All you got to do is open it and be like, whatever.
Right.
I've had people go off on me. I had to block someone before because she kind of came back. This was like mid after anger management for me, so I did good because she definitely stepped into the ring like, ding, 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 let's fight over Moesha. And I was just like, literally the old me would have been like, hats off, bitch. But the new me was like, immediately deleted messages because it looked too aggressive.
Right.
I knew if I read it, I was going to be turned up.
Right.
Because I was going to do another podcast before I saw the message. And I literally was outside pacing in front of the podcast place talking to myself because I was like, I'm going to find her and I'm going to drag this bitch. But I just immediately deleted the message and blocked her because I was like, why is she so mad over something like this?
Right.
But people do take social media really far. Like, there's movies about how people kill themselves over social media.
Right.
Because they don't get the necessary likes or the necessary views, or they don't feel popular because of it.
I mean, I just saw, actually, it's kind of sad that this realization happened because I just watched the new Family Guy episode. A little bit depressed about myself, but whatever. So it like the newest episode, Lois gets cyberbullied, and I always just be like, think in my head, like, yeah, we've all dealt with bullying in our life. Like, why is cyberbullying different? Oh my God, it opened my eyes. I didn't even realize this. People can make an account for you or hack into your account and put up all this shit and ruin your life. And like, I didn't even think about it that far. Yeah, like that's messed up because hackers, whatever, you just literally, you can create an account for anybody and then just, and you can't get jobs from that. People will believe whatever, That's really messed up.
Now, that brings me to this next topic of why I wanted to really go into social media. I think that is used it's a gift and a curse. Like, for example, we've had a lot in the past couple years coming out on a lot of like racial issues, catching people, for example. When people are doing something like certain people that are being racist and they say certain racist things, now you're being filmed.
Oh, right, yeah.
And you're being posted on social media. And now people are going, like, social media is also a place to crack cases and codes.
Right.
It has saved a lot of lives and ended a lot of cases. So I really feel like it's a great thing, but it can ruin you, like you were saying. For example, a lot of people feel they can go out there, like, I think early last year, I don't remember her name, but there was a woman that was at a CVS. And she was upset about something. You sent me the video, she ranted off about calling some young woman that worked at CVS the N-word consistently, and they filmed her. They pulled out their phone, they filmed her.
Yeah, but she was also like, yeah, I don't care that you're filming me, whatever, da-da-da-da-da.
In the heat of the moment, everyone thinks that. Until it hits the fan.
I remember you showed me the video. What happened in the end?
She ended up losing her job. Like, remember the lady that called all them people, all them black people that was barbecuing in the park?
No.
That was the most popular one of, I think, 2019. There was a group of black people that were at a park and they were having a barbecue, and some white lady just moseyed over and was like, you guys shouldn't be here. You're not supposed to barbecue here. And they were like, what are you talking about? There's grills everywhere. I'm not sure what's happening. She called the police, and the police came, and the police were like, "We don't know what's happening. What are you calling us for?" And she just breaks down into tears, and she goes, "I called because these people are doing this barbecue, and they're loud." And he's like, "This is a park. Like, we don't know, but since they filmed her face was all over the internet. She turned into all types of memes. Everybody had phones up to their ears. I was her for Halloween. I was her for Halloween. I don't know if this is 2018 or 19, but I don't remember her name. But she was a lady with the phone, and she was on everything. Anyway, she lost her job. She had to go in incognito because everyone was trying to find her and kill her. The internet is not a place for friends really anymore. They say it's a social place.
I don't think it ever really was a place for friends. Like, you had like your friends, but most of it was just creeps. Like, I mean, Craigslist, I'm not gonna lie, it was just creeps all the time. It kind of still is kind of creeps. You just have to
but you do have to be careful about what you post, because if you're not, I mean, I think that some people think, okay, if you're an entertainer, you get away with more. Not necessarily. Kevin Hart lost his seat in the Oscars from an old tweet.
Right. I would very much disagree that if you are famous or in the industry I think you have to be way more careful on Instagram or any social media.
Any of it.
Than you do. Now, again, like, you're right. If you're walking around being racist or, sexist or whatever, if you're just a bad person and you're getting filmed, that's on you. And I'm glad that, people are actually posting that and, you're getting your justice. But so just don't be an asshole. But but like, when it comes to like actually like posting things, like, when you're famous, you have like Kevin Hart, like, people are paying way more attention to it.
It's not just Kevin Hart. Several people have lost their jobs,
a whole bunch of people
lost their seats. I'm terrible with names.
Actually, now I'm pretty sure that like if you're interviewing for a job, they're allowed to look you up, and if they don't like your Facebook photos or something like that. I haven't been on Facebook in 4 years, so I don't know.
Oh, only the old people are on Facebook now. Yeah, that's kind of an old folks' home. When you go to Facebook,
you like, work. Oh, yeah, you my friend.
It's too many chain letters getting sent to me there. It's too many like.
I almost worked at Facebook. That was interesting. I'm actually really glad that I didn't do that. That's a wow, okay moment. So, I'm from the Bay Area where Facebook is now up and running. And I had a lot of friends who worked there. And so I used to go to the campus all the time. Now, I love just going there because they make it like you want to live there, which I get because they want you to do your work and not complain.
They want your ass to live there.
Yeah. So they have free food with chefs like all the time. They have free booze. Oh my God, that's what got my ass.
And you mean we got all these homeless people?
And they got beds in there too. And gyms. Well, the gym only like the contractors could use it, but whatever. They had a long place to run around. They had a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna work here. So I tried to get a job with the part that like scans for inappropriate content.
Okay.
And my mom just told me the other day, she was like, I'm so glad you didn't get that job. And I didn't, and mind you, the reason I didn't get the job is because so I had 2 interviews or whatever. In the second interview, I killed the first one. The second interview, the guy came in and he was so fine that I just didn't understand English anymore.
That's when you know this bitch don't deserve that job. Yeah. She would have been like, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that's a whole nother episode. I was a lot younger too, but also I would tell you, if you are a very attractive human being, you should not be a gynecologist or an interviewer. Like, just don't fuck anybody up like that. Just kidding. But no, so anyways, I didn't get the job.
You gotta be ugly if you
gonna be down there on me, yeah. No, for the doctor. Hold up. Okay. As a doctor, okay?
I know, that's what I'm saying. What is that? I don't know.
I need to go to the guy now. Anyway, so the last part, my mom just told me, like, she's like,
yeah, I must have been stronger than mine. That was a crazy. I need to go to the guy.
When you just like talk about stuff and you're like, oh my God, I have things to do. Anyway, so my mom just told me, she was like, yeah, so I'm really glad you didn't get that job because now all those people in that sector are going to therapy for PTSD because of all the messed up things they saw. Like, you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, like, if I say something weird and like it gets flagged, no, they would see like heads chopped off and like, animals abused, really dark things, and that would have really hurt me.
I mean, first of all, I've been parental controlled on Instagram so many times, and I'd be like, y'all are doing this for me? Like, whatever. One time, it was funny. I don't care what they say. A lot of the stuff I post be super funny, and they be trying to shut me down. One year, it was a fight outside this bar on Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Wait, they shut you down for that?
Bitch, they tried because I always be writing them like, first of all, you can't be shutting down my real life.
For the first one.
This ain't no. I stole this from ISIS. This happened at a bar. It's mine. Get off my. That's how I be like every time. I be like, whatever. You don't even know. You don't even know them. These could be my cousins. We could be at an event. Don't be trying to shut me down. It was so funny to me though because they was fighting outside of this bar, and I added Jingle Bell Rock theme song to it. So those people get knocked out. It was like Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock. and Instagram wrote me a letter like, no, you're not gonna set us up for this Christmas bullshit.
Oh my God! The best part about that was at the end of the fight, the guy gets up and goes, "Yo, can you tag me in that?"
Yeah, because he whooped everybody's ass, and I was like, low key. I walked over to him and was like, "Give me." I think we still follow each other on some other shit. I forgot to tag him because you know how I don't know because I'm popular. We gonna get into that.
Oh, she's popular. Actually, let's segue into that now.
Working hard on Instagram or working hard on any social media platform. I wanted to get into that because a lot of people think, which is funny. I always get people coming up to me being like, "Dang, you got like 12,005." I'll be like, in my mind, that's nothing because I'm competing with people that have like 23K. 103K. I'm trying to get up there. I'm like, but what people fail to understand is just like I was saying earlier, you have to be on social media so much to reach those numbers. Like there's no, like for example, my numbers drop drastically because now social media is so overwhelmed with more and more new people. When I posted our last While Okay on my page, we got maybe 1,500 views. But then I didn't post anything on my social media page for maybe a week. And then I posted it and we only got 800 views. It dropped
she's
so
in the one
fast.
pay attention. I don't pay attention to this. Now, why is it that why do you use social media so much? And do you think that it does really help you?
Absolutely. I believe that, now granted, I had the chops to be a stand-up. There's a lot of people that I know that thought they was funny on Vine and tried to be stand-ups, and I don't know where they are now. I guess I do know where they are now. They're not on the stage. You try it, because most people think they can do it until they get on the stage and be alone, and then they're like, oh, this is not exactly what I thought it was going to be, because it's not. Trust me, it's not anything what you think it's going to be. Like, if you're funny in a group of people and everyone's telling you, like, you should do it, when you first do it, it's not going to, because even for me, when I first started doing stand-up, I remember they told me I should do it. And it went well, but I had to fail a bunch of times before I found where I'm at now. But I believe that my career has gone in the direction that it's gone because I have worked really hard on social media. One of the reasons why is because I remember when before I was a stand-up and I was just an actor, and I was in acting classes. A lot of actors, no one can find you. We're in LA on top of that. There's so many beautiful women. There's so many actors. How do people find out who you are?
Right.
How do people find you to be on their show? Especially if you're not repped, if you're not getting auditions, even if you're repped and you're not really getting out, maybe you're not getting the shows that you're supposed to get. Maybe you're not going out for the stuff that you feel like you could actually do. Maybe you're going out for stuff that's not even that. How do you get found? The internet. You are sitting right in front of the window to the world. If you don't take advantage of that, you're a fool. That's what I think.
I guess I'm a fool. She called me a fool. Y'all heard it.
Hey, take it how you want it, people. I'm giving out real ass advice. I literally think if you are in entertainment and you are not present on social media, I mean, the truth is in the pudding. The truth is in the pudding.
Is that the same?
Or however it works, the pudding is in the truth. I don't know, nigga. All I know is if you are like
Proof
not.
Pie. That's what it is. Anyway, keep going.
I don't even eat pie. That's probably why I didn't do it. But I think it has helped me. I think, especially in my earlier time when social media, I was so consistent on Facebook. I was so consistent on Instagram. I'm not as consistent as I used to be, obviously, because my career has gone in a different way. Well, I don't have time to be just strictly on social media. But I booked so many shows based off of how much people didn't even know who I was. Like, posting Moesha on Instagram and blasting it on Facebook. And I was so off the chain with it that I would blast it in social media groups. Like on Facebook, they have actors in LA or LA Films or comedians of LA. I was blasting, posting my videos in there.
Right.
So it was people that didn't even know me would be like, who's this Moesha girl?
Mm-hmm.
And then watch it and laugh and then find out and then click on my page and then find out I don't do stand up and then be like, hey, I'm doing a show. Can you do it?
Yeah, it's good for networking for sure.
I stayed on stage. Like people always like, for example, people be like, you always got a show. You always get a show. People, and I'm like, yeah, and I never leave the house. Because a lot of people be like, oh, you got to go out and network and be in the comedy clubs all night. No, you don't. 90% of the people that I know that go out of town, like I just booked a show in Maryland based off my Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like, it's the consistency of what you're doing online.
I think it also has to do with different, like, what industry you're in. So like the stand-up, you know, is definitely a different world than, you know, the specifically acting world. And I do know when I first moved to LA, I was told that, like, you know, people, the casting agents and producers and everything, they are looking for people with higher followings.
Yeah.
Now,
you ain't
hold up.
In them rooms.
That also has changed a little bit now.
All right.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So again, that was like four years ago, and I really wasn't on social media. Like before I moved to LA, I had cut off from Facebook, and I think I may have had an Instagram, but I don't even think I ever used it or whatever. So I moved to LA, and I was like, all right, well, if I'm gonna do this, like I personally don't like using social media as a form of for personal use, actually. Like a lot of people do, yeah, a lot, but now, you know, we're in this age where everyone's trying to use it to get famous or whatever. Back then I was just like, I don't need people to see what I'm doing all the time. I don't really need everyone to know that I'm taking a shit right now and how great it was. Like,
yeah, but cool. Nobody wants you to post you taking a shit.
Watch how many views that would get. Anyway, so
you're probably right. So let me try that tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But no, so it was just like, I'm a person, she's actually asked me before, like, why, like, you know, you never on, why don't you do it? Because I'm a person who really does live in the moment. Like, I don't like that. I've been, and actually, hold up, let me finish, hold up.
I'm just about to make a face.
Yeah, she's
like,
making a face. Okay. Because I saw the other side of it too. So I've really been behind the scenes with a lot of those, the Instagrammers who had 1 million followers, and the videographers who did all their videos. I've met a lot of them, like Quay, who does is TT? Yeah, yeah, he is, yeah, Quay or Quan, Quay, yeah. I've met him. He is an incredible person. Oh my God, so amazing. And I worked with him for a second. I was helping, whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, I've met them. They're great, and it is amazing. But and I'm not that this story doesn't include him. He's an amazing person. Let's just that's amazing. We'll put that in that box. But everyone else that I had known from in that life was always on their phones. Always on their phones. So to me, it just seemed like a really negative thing. Social media was just so negative. And yeah, you know, they got, you know, they blew up, and, you know, they're working now. And it's funny how you were saying that, like, people on Vine, like, where are they now? A lot of them are working actors now. They're on Netflix and all that stuff. And like,
so where do you find that as negative?
Hold on.
That's what I'm trying to get.
Hold on. So I just didn't like the fact that, like, after we were done, so I met up with them and we'd shoot things and it was great and stuff like that. But then after that, it was just like, they weren't actually living life.
But who is? People off their phones? Girl, bye. We're not going to get into that. That's a whole nother episode.
She don't even let me finish my story.
Sitting in my room. In that episode, we're going to let you lead that one.
She don't even let me finish her story. Anyway, so that's...
You ain't getting to the point.
Because, bitch, you won't let me.
No, I'm not going to let...
you going to let me.
Because this is the best part. No, because this is the fun part. No, because this is the fun part about this podcast. Because there's one person that...
She finishing her drink first so that you can tell she's going at me.
No. Because I love this. Because the listeners need to know that for once, we're not going to always agree about everything.
They know that we never agree about anything. We always
one of us really believes that social media is a good
I didn't finish my story. I said I saw it past tense as negative. There we go. If I get to my last story.
You get to the point because it's taking a long time.
I will cut you, okay?
See? Violence. That's why... What did I say? Sometimes social media...
I don't need social media to be... I can do this in real life. Here we go.
I said it earlier. People be mad. They be mad about social media.
So that's how I had seen it. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't also start using it. Like, then I started seeing it through their eyes as business. So when you change it from the personal use, like, yeah, you know, you're on your phone all the time, but you're trying to hang out with friends, that's rude. But if you're like, you're trying to get your business up and you're trying to film and you're trying to get followers because you're trying to make money, totally different. So I got that, and I started working with a whole bunch of amazing people, and I was lucky enough to like fall into that. It was so weird. When I came to LA, I like started this acting class, and there was a girl in there, Anna Marte. She's fucking incredible, and I was like, hey, I recognize you. She's like, yeah, I do a lot of Instagram videos and stuff, and I was like, cool. It'd be cool if I like just came to like even watch. She's like, yeah, come and bring something that you wrote. Let's see if we can do it. And so I ended up meeting her and like other people like Carrie. I forget his last name, but yeah, he's all over there.
We still trying to get to the point.
And so they're really great. Like it was a lot of fun.
This was a case,
and it was a lot of fun, and it was really great. And I started changing my views in the way. So I started working on Instagram. So I built my followers up because.
So what made you want to work at Facebook since you hate it so much?
That was years before. I said that was years before. And also, I said the free booze, bitch. I said the free booze.
So you wanted to get drunk at Facebook?
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish my drink on that.
So anyway, so that was really good. And then I stepped off it a little bit because it was hard to. People started getting really big, and they didn't have time to collaborate for videos and stuff like that. So I have stepped off it now. When it comes down to like being really on it for your career or not, I think of course it can really help. But I don't think, depending on which career you have, it doesn't need to be the main focus unless your main focus is to become an Instagram star or a YouTube star. And that is because a lot of companies now, I've done research on this, they're looking for micro influencers now. They don't want the macro ones. They don't want the ones with the
That's because they don't got no money.
So you can get a whole
bunch.
Did
you do that research?
Yes,
that's why
you can get a whole bunch of.
Because now the bigger ones will ask for more money. That's true.
Mm-hmm. The bigger ones will, but also.
So that's why they're looking for micro.
But they're looking for micro.
By the way, send me that so I can get on.
Okay, fine. But so they were looking for micro influencers because they feel like if you have a smaller audience, people are paying more attention to you.
That's a lie.
Okay, I don't care if it's a lie or not. They're gonna pay me, then I don't care if it's a lie or not. Okay,
it's okay. I'm waiting for you to get because I can't wait for my turn. I got so many points.
Okay, let's get you go to your turn. Go ahead.
No, it's wrong. Social media has changed the entire world. You're insane if you are not on it, and if you're an artist, good luck.
That's not what I said.
I literally feel like I know so many incredible actors that say the same thing you said. I think it's cliche. I think I don't want to really be a part of it because I said that was the past.
I said that was the past, though.
Okay, in the present, they don't want to be on their phone all the time. They don't necessarily want to use it. You know, they feel like there's other ways to get ahead. That they feel like companies are not necessarily always looking for that. And I ain't seen them in nothing. And I don't. It's like, hello, caller? Are you with me? I'm just saying, like, I feel like if you don't figure, okay, I'll give you this. If you're not on social media, you better find a way to get yourself out there if you're planning on being an entertainer or a business owner or whatever you're selling. If you're just a regular everyday Joe Schmo, then yeah, don't be on Instagram all day and be on your phone at a dinner and being real ridiculous over your posts with people because you just work at the bank. It's no point. But if you're an entertainer or you're a business owner and you haven't utilized your social media, you're not going very far. I'm so sorry. Like, it's just not. And being someone that's been in the business for over 12 years and living in LA going on 9, I get called in for big stuff because I do have the following. And people pay attention to that because now from what I've done on my own, people follow me. So if I get on a television show, those people that already like what I do can't wait to see me at a higher level.
Exactly.
And they know that. And that's why when I'm at shows now, when I have shows, someone's going to show up. Now, I'm not famous and I got 30, 50, 40 people, not even that right now coming to my shows, but I got at least 5. So
tell us then, because I agree that, like I said, that was how I used to view it. That's not how I view it now with social media.
We never got to that. Tell us what she said.
Everyone, y'all saw this. You all can hear this. I said it. She's not paying attention, but that's fine.
What was it? I need to hear it again.
No, bitch. You can go back and review it.
That's why.
So we don't have time. So let's get to our next point. Our next point is, so how do you, as someone who has built up their followers, how do you build the followers? Tell people how you use social media to your advantage. How do you gain the following?
I ask questions like, so how? What did you say was your point now?
How do you, Fatima? How did you gain your following? What is there an algorithm to, you're posting?
I started out as a Viner and I was very consistent. Consistency is key. I posted a lot and I was consistent with my posts. I was consistent with my brand. You learn about your brand through your consistency. A lot of people don't really know as artists about who they are based off of the fact that you learn about who you are through consistency of doing something. It's the same way as if you're doing a diet. You learn about your body and how it works through the diet that you're doing. You learn about how much you can take from your workout. When I was consistently posting, I learned more about myself, and I learned more about my funny, and I learned more about my brand. That's another thing that I try to tell actors. You can take 1,000,000 classes, but you ain't gonna be that cold because you're getting trained by somebody else telling you what you should be versus you trying to tell yourself who you should be and finding out who you are through your own work. That's why making your own like I didn't even stop at making skits. I created my own web series, which helped me learn how to work with other people, with the whole crew. So not only did I produce my own web series, I was, I wrote it, I starred in it, so I had to work and control a whole crew of people. And like working on advertising that, I learned about my brand. I learned about things of what I like, how I like things to look, how I wanted to represent myself. Like I believe social media it's a gift and a curse, yes. I do believe there is some form of it that living your life and being in the moment, yes, but I don't feel like we live in those times anymore. I feel like people that want to keep believing that we're living in the moment, yeah, okay. Like there's times for that. Like living in the moment is when you're rich on an island and you're like, I'm going to put my phone away because I have $1 million to put my phone away today. Living in the moment in entertainment when you're just like an artist, that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like when you're walking like this, for example, I hate people say, I can't believe that they filmed her. You know what the fuck you walking into when you become an entertainer. I know what I'm walking into. I know when I become a certain level in this that I will lose a certain level of my privacy. I will lose a certain level of my normal life. I won't be able to just eat normal at a restaurant. I won't be able to just go to a Walgreens. I won't be able to just put a tweet out. I would have to question and rethink everything I do because now I'm a major brand.
Right.
And that is what being an entertainer is. And people say, the industry is changing and blah, 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 blah. No, it's not. If you really look at the people that you named, for Christ's sakes, have never taken an acting class, okay? They probably didn't even plan on being one. They probably are taking them now. But they weren't. And I know that for sure because I'm friends with some of them. And they were only social media people, but now they get leading roles and they get called out for stuff and they have their own shows and they're on major network shows based off of how many followers they have, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. If the people in the world or wherever you want to call it entertainment don't feel like you're going to bring in the money, you're nothing to them.
Oh yeah, but that's always been true. I think that it's interesting though. It was like over a year or two ago when I was talking to one of those like major influencers, over 1 million people, they were saying like, for one, they didn't realize how big they were going to get. They were like, I was just doing things and it just blew up and it was great. Which I think is also very much key in a lot of whatever you're creating. I think you should always put your heart into it. Do it because you love it, not because like you're trying to get views, because people can see authenticity on social media.
I mean, you can.
And I'm talking about like when you're creating the content. Now, if you want like your stories and all that stuff or whatever, but with like your real stuff, because like anything that you put up, your stand up or anything, that's your real stuff. That's who you are. But
most of the time, those people are characters, so that's not really authentic.
No, that's authentic. What they love, the characters, what they love to do.
Sometimes,
okay,
because there are some of them that I do know. Now, this is true, and I know this for sure. Some of them are doing it for the love of it, and it starts off with being fun. But let's just say men, for example. I'm not going to go into details. There are some guys that I know that play really amazing women, but now they have to be her all the time.
Yeah, like TT.
But he's a singer.
Yeah, I know.
But nobody's calling him to be a singer. So now he has to recreate that brand and make the singer brand. That was my point. Not saying that it's a bad look. I'm just saying, like, in other words, not always what you put out is necessarily have to be authentic to get.
No. I said you authentically love it, not authentically.
Oh, he has to.
That's what I was saying. Don't put out something because you think it's gonna be funny. Like if I write it this way or if I play this character, I think it's gonna be funny. No, do because write whatever is like into you. That was what he liked to do, or what he thought it spoke to him. He did it, and then it blasted off, which is great. That's what I'm saying. But they were telling me that, one, they didn't expect it to happen, and two, now it seems like impossible for anyone to become a major influencer anymore. That's what they were saying. I was listening.
Before we run out of time, I wanted to get into this because this is new.
I didn't have an opinion on it.
Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't have an opinion on it because I don't know yet. But that's what they were saying. They said that
TikTok, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, explain it to us. That's old folks over here.
We have moved into a new phase of social media. If you guys have not joined TikTok, please follow me on there. I am about to turn up on TikTok because I'm so excited about this new realm. I get excited about new challenges. Fatima _ Talia. I'll put it somewhere where you guys can follow me on there. But
I don't have one yet.
I love the challenge of a new social media platform. This is the best time to join. When it's fresh, when it's new, you can grow your followers so much faster than you can on Instagram. That's like how trying to become a YouTube star now. You got lots of work to do because there's so many people. It's out flooded. TikTok is new, but now the content is dumbed down. Again, I'm terrible with names, but I've been watching some of the people that have 1 million views on there. When I say 100% basic than a motherfucker.
Oh no.
There's a girl on there right now that is the leading TikTok influencer of all time. She does dances, by the way. Rhythmless Nation, okay? She can't catch a beat to save her goddamn life.
I can't dance at all.
She just follows the trends. She just follows the hashtags of the moment. TikTok is basically explaining to you, like, we are turning into a robotic time of content. All you got to do now is go for the trend, jump on it, you get the views. It's a really, really, really young market. It's a really, really, like, basic setup. It's nothing compared to what King Batch was doing on Vine. It's nothing compared to what Just Hilarious has done on Instagram. It's nothing compared to a Sway, K-Sway, what he was doing with TT. Those things were well thought out, well created sketches. These kids are doing none other than none of that, okay? And they are at 1 million followers, and they are at MTV Awards. They are hosting things. They are on Pop-Tart commercials. They are killing it and making money, so much money, based off the amount of followers on TikTok. I have big major agent reps, and they were like, you need to get on TikTok like ASAP. They hit me up with that every day. One of my friends works in social media. I work in social media with like branding contact. We all we do is talk about plans and ways to really pop off on TikTok. And
so what is TikTok?
It's the new version of Vine in my eyes.
Okay.
I think. It's 10-second videos.
Is it only 10 seconds or can it be longer?
I think it can go up to 15 seconds if you choose.
Okay.
It can go up to 15 seconds if you choose. There's so many different features on it though. Vine was a very basic, straightforward 6 seconds. You had, you could edit on another thing and maybe add your video to it, but you couldn't.
Right.
They have features on TikTok that are very clever. Some of the features that are added into it are things that we used to have to do when I was creating videos. You'd have to go to another app to be able to do it. TikTok offers that. Okay. They offer all the like funky little things right there in your hands, so there's no excuse not to make a cool video with them. It's like, it's just really, and they were, I think they were, I don't know if they were bought by or someone bought Musical.ly. If you guys remember that. But there's like, everyone does Trilla too. Right. There's so many things because I'm on Trilla as well. So it's like but it's clever. And I think the 1 month or so that I've been on there, I haven't been consistent yet, but when I was, my followers were rising very fast. Like, and my views are higher. My views are higher on there from the beginning than they were when I first started Instagram. When I first started Instagram, views for me were somewhere around like, maybe you'd be roughly like 100, 150. I've ranged on a good post at a good time on TikTok between 200 and 300 really quick. When you do a great hashtag, you can go to 5, 6. And now I've just learned some new techniques. It's like now you need to pay attention to your hashtags and not do the billion hashtags. Some people think that let me choose a hashtag where there's 1 billion people using that. No, you want to go with the lowest. You want to choose the lowest hashtag, because that means you'll get found. Okay. If you're in the billions, you'll get lost. Right. And if you're in the billions with another popular person, your video's definitely not gonna get seen. Mm-hmm. So if you find maybe like 100,000 people have used this hashtag, or maybe like just 100 million, you have a better chance of getting seen and rising up to the like search page. So it's like so many things you have to learn and techniques with social media to try to get the things. But in other words, if you are trying to move up in any kind of thing in entertainment, you do have to be present on social media. You do, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's, Trilla, whatever you're doing, you need to make some kind of noise for yourself, because, nothing against, the ways of other people do it. But that was one of the reasons why when I was just a regular actor before I became a stand-up, I was like, I'm about to start doing videos. And some of me and my friends that were also actors, we all teamed up and started doing videos, because who's going to find you?
Right.
Who's gonna find you? Like, you could take an acting class and maybe hope that someone in your class is gonna put you in a film, and you can hope to maybe get casted on something on LA Casting, or your agent has sent you out. But that's not doing for you. Like, we're gonna run out of time, but I'm gonna say this: one of the number one social media stars of all time, people don't even know who he was Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was a huge YouTube star before he was Kevin Hart, and people don't know that. But he basically, in a nutshell, he says in his new latest documentary on Netflix is, you got to do for yourself. There's going to be opportunities that are always going to come from your agents, or maybe your friends, or maybe somebody you might meet. But if you're not doing enough for yourself, you'll never be a billionaire. You'll be a basic ass bitch if you're just waiting for the opportunity. You have to create the opportunity for yourself consistently, and why not do it through social media? That's just my point.
I don't know why y'all see this. I don't know why she's being aggressive against me. It's not like I said that wasn't the case.
Nobody's being aggressive to anyone. I'm just saying this is my strong point of saying how I feel about social media.
And I think it's a great point. No. It's definitely, I think it's a great point, especially when it comes to the industry. I
didn't get to ask you this though.
Okay.
Why don't you think you need it, and why don't you want to use it? Because you're not on there, but you are an up and coming actress. If you guys haven't known, this beautiful little thing right here with these legs and all this hair in his face is an up and coming actress, and she's doing her thing. She's been in a couple commercials and stuff. So, but you don't use social media anymore, and why don't you? Like,
I'm gonna use it a little bit more now. Again, like I said, like, because I didn't get into it right when it started, and then I got into it late, and then I was shooting, comedy sketches with a lot of the, the influencers, the big influencers out there, because I was lucky enough to just stumble across them, and we got along great, and they were so much fun, and it helped me get into that creative writing mode and shooting mode and everything. And then it slowed down because they got really, really busy and I didn't. And instead of turning to just like doing it on my own, I kind of felt like I still didn't know what I was doing. But now I'm getting more onto it now. I'm trying to, I have videos like they're like sitting in my phone that I need to edit and stuff like that, but I have so much going on that I'm just like really, really just busy just in my everyday life. Like, yeah, like if I have nothing else to do, then I love to do just shoot. And that's honestly, like social media for me, it's a tool to help, and I should be using it more. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, if I have other things that I need that are immediate that I need to focus on, then I need to focus on those too. So it's not that I don't like social media. I'm kind of just like a grandma in a hot body, or whatever this body that I just I'm in, and I'm trying to work with you kids. I'm trying to,
but like, no, it's
teach
fine.
You what TikTok
I
is,
think
how to do it, how do I do it.
Fair, because I do believe that some of my friends are like just not into it, and I tell my friends that.
But to be honest,
if they're not, that's okay.
Right, but to be honest, the real thing is you're right. What you said before is consistency is key. When I was doing those videos, I became addicted to Instagram because I was doing them all the time and I wanted to be on it. So the second because I don't do it as much, I'm not. But the second that I do start doing it again, it becomes easier and easier to do that all the time.
Because I tell people a lot of time, like, because some of my friends are like, I don't have ideas. I'm not inspired. I got
like 200 ideas on my phone, but I just don't have time. That's the only problem.
But I'm just like, you shouldn't force yourself to do something that you don't feel, authentically, like you said earlier, to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you aren't doing that in your entertainment, you have to find another outlet. Whether that's like a class that you're gonna be at, or you're gonna do a improv class, or you're gonna start going to like workshop. If you're just waiting on the auditions, good luck.
That's true. That's very true. I mean, that's not what I'm doing, but yeah, that is very 100%. I just don't have time. But I learned from her. You know what I mean? If y'all see me on her stories all the damn time.
True.
It's like the only time I'm around is on her stories.
All right, y'all. Please, I know that people keep asking me, like, I can't find the Spotify. I can't figure out how to subscribe.
It's on Linktree. We have the link in the Instagram bio. There's a Linktree.
And it'll go straight to the Spotify.
It'll go to the YouTube, the Spotify, and the Anchor.
It's pretty simple. As far as subscribing, you can subscribe on Spotify. I don't think you can subscribe on Anchor. Go to Spotify and subscribe. I'll do my best to get back to everyone's messages, but sometimes I'm super busy. But please subscribe. Please leave messages. If you can't leave a message on Spotify, you can leave a message on the page on Instagram. The Instagram is also available for messages. So if you get confused and you can't do it on Spotify, just do it on Instagram. We do appreciate messages on Instagram.
We do, and we will get back to you. Even if we're late, we'll get back to you.
We'll probably see it on Instagram faster than we will on Spotify anyway. So
we both see it.
Thank you. But this has been a topic about social media. Again, please let us know what you think about that. Tell us your ideas. Tell us in the comments on our Instagram when we post this. Follow me at Fatima Talia.
At Ava Ray Walker.
And we'll see you guys next week, guys.